I understand white evangelicals for whom the abortion issue is sort of, they're single issue voters. That is the deciding point in who they cast their vote for in an election. I think that sells short what being pro-life means, because pro-life means being pro-life both before and after conception and birth. So that means the well-being of living human beings. And that's greater than a political issue. That's not a party issue. In America, we turn everything into a party issue. That is one of our shortcomings. But that's an issue of compassion. It's an issue of justice in the broader sense. And so there are issues of racial injustice and issues of poverty. Those are things that we need to think about. And I'm so thankful for the upbringing that I had. I grew up in inner city Minneapolis in a very diverse neighborhood. And so I had my eyes opened early to people's diverse backgrounds, to people's struggles, to the complexities of a multiracial society. I'm glad I was not raised in a racial bubble. And I had parents who invested in me to begin to see people of different cultures, different backgrounds around the world and in my neighborhood, and to see them as equals of mine, as fellow image bearers of God. And so pro-life was something we invested in that in our church and in our home. But the lives of the unborn were of paramount importance, but so were the lives of the born, the lives of the brown, the lives of those who did not look like me. And that's something that has stuck with me. So when it comes to being a voter, I can't look at pro-life, the issue of protecting the lives of the unborn, and solely vote on that issue. I understand that there are people for that is how they vote. And I wish that they would look more broadly. The difficult aspect of that is that it gets really complicated fast because you're forced to make a false choice. You choose between one party and the other because this one is pro-life in the traditional sense and this one is pro-other issues, maybe pro-poor people or pro-public programs. That shouldn't have to be the choice that we make. And it doesn't have to be, but you are stuck in a two-party system. And so it becomes very complex. And I would simply say, continue to push into those issues. Talk to people on the other side of the fence. Be a curious and humble listener to say, why is it that you vote Democrat or you vote Republican? Because that issue of pro-life is incredibly divisive, but it cannot be boiled down to the lives of the unborn when the lives of those who have been born are just as much at stake.